This is Volkswagen's first electric GTI, and it's about time. The price is actually not too bad. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. Let's get straight to it. Volkswagen, they just said that they are canceling the Golf EV, until 2030, maybe. However, they did on the same day reveal an electric GTI. This is the Polo ID. Basically, it's just electric Polo GTI. And I've got to admit, I think it looks really good. Doesn't even look electric, actually. I'm not sure if that's good or bad, but anyway, it's a good looking car. Whoever designed this did a great job. Is it really all that fast though? No, it's not. Guys, you can get small electric SUVs that can do 0 to 100 in about 3.7 seconds now for affordable prices, between 30 to 40,000 US dollars. This is certainly not anywhere near that fast. It does 0 to 100 in 6.8 seconds. 0 to 62 miles an hour, 6.8 seconds. It's got one motor, and that one motor delivers 223 horsepower. But it's a GTI, and that's all that matters, really, right? Anyway, it's front-wheel drive, as are basically all of Volkswagen's Golf GTIs, or Polo GTIs, or GTIs in general. They're pretty much always front-wheel drive. There's a Golf R that's all-wheel drive, but anyway, this is front-wheel drive. And top speed is not all that quick, to be honest, 175 kilometers an hour, which is 109 miles an hour. The gas-powered Golf GTI is a fair bit quicker. It does 0 to 100 in 5.9 seconds, which is still not that fast, really, though. Anyway, it is quicker than the fastest electric Polo. The standard electric Polo, I did a video on that about a week ago. The quickest version has 155 kilowatt or 208 horsepower, but there is one trade-off here. That electric version of the Polo gets 455 kilometers of range. This version gets less range because of, more power, bigger wheels. It has a 52 kilowatt hour battery. It's an NMC battery, and it provides 263 miles, which is 424 kilometers of range on the WLTP cycle. It's not bad, but I can't help thinking if they'd put an extra 10 kilowatt hours, so, made that battery, say, 15% bigger and given it 500 kilometers of range, I can't help thinking that it might sell better. Anyway, DC charging is actually pretty slow for a brand new vehicle in 2026. It's 105 kilowatt DC. Charging curve, though, apparently is really good. So it must hold its peak charging speed for a long time because 10 to 80% takes 24 minutes. That's the fastest charging EV that tops out at 105 kilowatt. I've never heard of anything charging anywhere near that fast, right, with 105 kilowatt peak DC charging. So either that's Volkswagen accidentally revealed the wrong numbers, it's 200 kilowatt charging, or it just holds its peak constantly. Maybe it does that, I don't know. AC charging is 11 kilowatt. Now, every ID Polo gets electronically controlled front diff locks, adaptive DCC suspension, that's pretty good, progressive steering, 19-inch alloy wheels, premium sports seats, kind of like bucket seats, IQ Light LED matrix headlights, and a dedicated GTI driving mode. So this could be quite a fun car, actually. There is a GTI button on the two-spoke Squircle steering wheel, and the motor response, steering, dampers, and chassis systems all switch into their angriest settings once you've pressed that GTI button. Also, when you press it, it's kind of cool, I think. It has an ambient light that turns red in the car. Graphics change, launch control becomes available, and Volkswagen pipes in a combustion-style soundtrack, so it sounds like a petrol-powered car. Not sure I'd want that, but anyway. It also has fake gear shifts, and so it doesn't just sound like a fake petrol car, it also kind of steers like an old-school manual vehicle if you want it. Kind of shifts like an old-school manual vehicle if you wanted to. Guys, you can see from the look of this vehicle that it's clearly got a wider stance to it, lower stance to it, fatter mirrors, those arches around the wheels look pretty cool, I think. I reckon this is a really good looking car. 6 colors are offered. There is Tornado Red, Candy White, Oyster Silver, Celestial Blue, Magnetic Grey, and Grenadilla Black. I've got to admit, I think the interior actually does look quite nice. Very simple, but Volkswagen often does really nice interiors. You've got to give them credit where, where they're often making everything look like it's quite nice quality. Inside, it gets red stitching, a 12 o'clock steering wheel marker, illuminated GTI logos, sports seats with traditional GTI trim, brake regen paddles, which are pointless, but anyway. There's a 10.25-inch digital cluster. It comes with a 13-inch touchscreen, and there's a retro display mode that replicates an old Golf dashboard, and plenty of real buttons on this wheel and dashboard to press and play around with. Now, looking at the size of this vehicle, its wheelbase is 2.6 meters, which is 102 inches. So it's actually got the same wheelbase, almost the same, 1.5 inches less than a Volkswagen Golf. And actually, it's got one of the biggest boot spaces of any hatch I've ever seen. 441 litre boot. That's 15.6 cubic feet, which makes this a very practical car. Now, weirdly, even though the Volkswagen Golf is a bigger car, the boot in this car is significantly larger. I mean, a lot larger, and that's 60 litres larger. Plus, it also has a frunk, a 13.5 cubic foot frunk. So, actually, no, I've just checked that. It does not have a frunk. Don't know why, but it doesn't. But anyway, good packaging here. This kind of shows you the advantage of an EV when it comes to packaging versus an internal combustion vehicle. Options: you can pay more for a Harman Kardon 10-speaker audio system. You can pay more for a panoramic glass roof, 12-way electrically adjustable front seats with pneumatic massage, Bridgestone Potenza Sport performance tires. Those are the main options. Now, the weight. Weight's not bad, actually. It's 1,540 kilos, which is 3,395 pounds, or 3,400 pounds. Yeah. What do you guys think? I think this is quite a good looking vehicle. Now, what matters the most probably though is the price. Pricing in the UK is 39,000 pounds. That's quite expensive. The standard ID Polo is 25,000. It's about the same price as a mini John Cooper Works electric. There are some other cars in this segment that really do beat this car quite easily, though, when it comes to performance. The Opel Corsa GSE and the Peugeot 208 GTI, both of them have 276 horsepower, which is 206 kilowatt. So more power than this. They can do 0 to 100 or 0 to 62 miles an hour in 5.5 seconds. So a lot quicker than this. However, they have less range. They have 370 kilometers, which is 230 miles of range. So this gets an additional 50 kilometers of range. So I guess you've got to decide what's more important, range or performance. Now, here's the thing, though, that's interesting. This electric Polo GTI is quite a bit cheaper than a petrol-powered Golf GTI. In fact, it's about 7,000 pounds. It's about 8,000 US dollars cheaper than a Golf petrol-powered GTI, even though it's got more interior space than the Golf, and honestly, I think is a significantly better looking vehicle. I reckon this is going to be the pick if you're going to look for a GTI. Move up to something like this. Now, this isn't the fastest car in its class. It's clearly not the fastest charging car in its class. Doesn't have the most range, but as an all-around package, this actually could be a really nice car to own. Guys, what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Need expert advice on what car to buy, what solar system to get, what home battery to get, or potentially for your business? You can get, guys, a one-on-one consultation directly with me, 60 minutes of tailored guidance. This might help you avoid making a huge mistake spending money when you shouldn't, or potentially save you a massive amount of money. Click the link in the description below because I can assist you, and why not? The link is in the description. Guys, if you want to install solar panels, a home battery, or a home charger, the best way to do this for your situation is to go to the links in the description below, and they'll take you to a page where you can compare everyone. So depending on it doesn't matter where you live. A lot of people email me all the time saying, well, what solar system should I get? Who should I go with? What battery should I get? What electric charger should I get? Well, click in the links in the description and you can actually compare all the different choices and find the best deal for you. I'll put that link
in the description below. Additionally, there is a battery savings calculator link and also a federal battery rebate calculator. I personally have found that I'm not paying for electricity at all, and that's including charging my 2 electric cars and also running my home power, my home sauna. Nothing, not paying anything at all. And I think a lot of people are getting misled. They think that getting a battery is not worth it. Actually, I think it is worth it. So those links are in the description below.